Namaste to one and all present here. I welcome you all for this session. I thank the management of my school, and I thank Janaka sir and his team and the government behind that to help us to do this thing without any hassles. I appreciate all your interest, and you are all keep up and going on this study learning session. I wish you all very best for the upcoming sessions. Yes. Today, we are going to see about five senses, how we teach the subject, five senses to the children, the kindergarten children. So, Janaka sir already planned the week with the five senses, what will come for Monday, Tuesday, vice versa. So, we are here to teach you how to deliver the lesson plan, the teaching methodology, and what are the supportive materials and the resources, and how can you take that session very interest, and it will be fun and learning among the children. Okay, shall we begin? Yes, I'll share the screen now. So this is the international project for capacity development of ECCD teachers in South Asian countries. So this is my fourth lecture series in part 3 of implementation of modern teaching method in week plans, day plans, and lesson plans. In this, we are going to see about the topic 5 senses. This week lesson plan is 5 senses. So myself, I just want to introduce myself. Myself, Mathia Jain. I'm headmistress of Agarchand Manmal Jain Balvatika, which is located at Chennai, opposite to airport, Tamil Nadu, India. So I'm also a early childhood educationist, curriculum and content developer, and resource person of ECC. These are our lesson plan, and this is the topic for our entire week. Monday, it's a sight. The 5 senses. What are those 5 senses? We can see, we can listen, we can smell, we can touch, we can taste. So those 5 senses are very, very important for all the children. So our activities also mainly focused to strengthen those senses for the children to face the upper high classes. Okay. For this Monday, we are going to see about sight, that is seeing. So, you just start the session. Always you introduce the session with talking, the interactive session, slowly with the children. So you can just talk with them, understand how sight works and how can we explore the world visually. So the session will begin with 5 to 10 minutes. You had the normal talk with the children, exploring about the site, that is seeing. Then there are some, I'm just giving some examples for you to how to do this lesson with some activities. Okay, that's based on the STEAM activity and also the art and hands-on experience with some game. First, color exploration. You provide a prism or color paddles to explore how light creates colors. So discuss the role of light in sight. So you all know prism, right? The prism is something, it absorbs the sunlight and it emits the light in different colors. So it's just a simple example. The children can explore about the colors. So the role of light in the sight. So how can we see? We can see only the surrounding is light. Okay, if it is dark, we can't able to see. So you can relate the light, the bright day with the sight, that sense. Okay. Then STEAM activity. Build a simple pinhole camera using cardboard and wax paper to demonstrate how the eye capture images. There is art and craft. I will give you the website links at the end of the session, the resources, so that you can make, how can you make a simple camera using the newspaper alone. So that is also a art and craft method. All the fingers are working, that is fine motor skill. And you tell the mechanism to how to create that camera. So the engineering is involved and the child is able to capture one image. Actually, that is not an actual camera. It is not capturing an image. But if you give a camera like a thing in children's hand, they keen to take one picture so that their eyes are focused to one object at one time, at a time. So it creates the focusing on one object. Even if it is a real camera or dummy camera, the child is able to focus one thing using that. So you are involving all the STEM, the science, technology, engineering, arts and mathematics in this activity. So it's quite wonderful. You can try it out. I'll share the link how to make that simple camera using paper. I think in our childhood days, we have done that, right? We are happily done the boat and aeroplane and rocket and also camera using the papers during the class hours if teacher is absent. Same thing. Next is art integration. Create a vision collage by cutting out pictures from magazines to represent things they see daily. So you give one big board as a visionary board and you give some collage picture on the right side of the board. You ask the children to paste it, whatever the pictures or images they are used to see every day, so that they can search and find that image and stick it on that visionary board. So the board itself, you have to name it as a visionary board. Outdoor scavenger hunt. So you take the children to the nature walk and let them find some colors or shapes with different sizes. Let them collect and come to you. And you can differentiate it based upon the shapes, colors and sizes. And you can ask them how can they find it as an piece, that master collection piece from their collection, so that they can tell they like that color, they like the texture of that stone, they like the leaf, how the leaf is representing or the size of the pebble. So they will tell what they observe. So the sightseeing is involved. So at the beginning of the session, you also introduction the sight, discuss the sense of sight and its importance. You can tell how can we see things every day. What happened if we could not able to see things? Okay. Show images of various objects and ask children to describe what they see. Then art project, that is a vision board. Provide some magazines and scissors for children to create a collage of things they love to see. So discuss some colors and shapes during the activity. And one more point, as a kind, we have to implement the kindness in our children. So you can also tell, did you anybody can see the person or human being or animals without eyes? I mean the without vision. So if we come to know, if we came across the person who is having the inability in a sightseeing or a poor vision, how can we help them? We have to help them to cross the road. We have to help them to sit or stand or anything with the walking stick. So you can also tell the children, even the human beings without vision can also read, write during using the methodology of which methodology you are using in your country. So that is also a best example. You can implement and inculcate the kindness among your children. The importance of sight, the importance of seeing sense, and what happens if that sense is not present. During that absence, how the human being is making it difficult. You can also do a game like that. You can do like an hide and seek game. You can tie one child's eyes using some handkerchief or any towel or little bit of cloth. Ask them to just walk over and touch the opposite wall and come back to the teacher place. And also you can remove the cloth and ask the child to go and touch that wall and come back to you. Then you can tell the difference. How can you walk confidently if you have a vision, and how you are struggling, you go and touch the wall and come back without vision. So we have to give respect. That's as per the humanity. We have to give respect those who are having a vision impairment. Right? So based on the lesson plan, you can also inculcate fine motor, gross motor, critical thinking, cognitive development, this STEM infused hands-on experience, and also along with that, you also add the kindness in all activities. Next, Tuesday, hearing, listening. So you can come with one Bluetooth speaker to your classroom on that day. You just play some music. Don't play any music and let them, you just ask them, did they hear any songs from this device? You ask them to make in a pin drop silence and listen what sound they are producing, and you don't play anything, nothing at all. And just ask them watch the song. So they'll tell, ma'am, there is no song play. We are all waiting. There is no. And you said, no, the song has played. You didn't hear? So after that, you tell in 1, 2, 3, I'll start to play a hand. You have to observe and then tell me what's that song. But you didn't play, but you will tell 1, 2, 3. So then again they'll tell, ma'am, I didn't hear any songs. So this is the way you introduce the class with the concept. So the objective is understanding how hearing works and appreciate different sounds. So how to introduce it? You can discuss how we hear and the importance of sounds in our environment. So play different sound clips like animal sounds, musical instruments, and the human with angry tone, with happy tone. There is also a sound. You can analyze the humans with the emotions, with the tone of that sound. Okay, and have the children guess the source. Okay, the activities, what we can do to explore this hearing sense. First one is sound mapping. So you ask the children to go and sit quietly outdoors and create a sound map by drawing symbols of each sound heard. Like if they heard about bird sound, so they have to draw little like a bird. If they hear a car horn sound, so they have to draw a car. If they hear a wind blowing sound, so they have to write wind. So like that, the sound mapping activity, let the children sit outside and make a mark on it. What are the sounds they can hear? Okay. If the children is very lower grade, that is low kindergarten, let them tell without writing it. So you can alter these activities based on your children performance. Then STEAM activity. Build simple string telephones using cup and string to understand how sound vibrations. You know how to create a telephone using a matchbox with one thread, long thread? Yeah, that's a usual old way of playing telephone. Okay, you can create it with a long thread and tied to pin a hole in the matchbox and put it, the thread in that matchbox, give it to another kid and give it another string to another kid, let them sit apart and ask them to place that matchbox over the ear. They can listen some minute sounds, the echoes. Okay. So that is one of the very famous team activity. So you can encourage the science, technology, engineering, arts, and also the mathematics, because only the two persons can do that with the two strings. Okay, count. Then a musical instrument. You can ask the children to make one musical instrument, or along with their children, you can make one musical instrument in front of them. So you can take just empty any juice bottles and fill the bottles with any rice or any pebbles or rubber bands or anything. Okay. And put a lock over there and just shake it, and the students can listen different kinds of music with their own shake, the drums and string instruments, to explore the sound production and music exploration. Play different instruments and identify their sounds. So discuss pitch and volume. So you can play different instruments, okay, in front of them, or you can invite any music person to identify their sounds and discuss the pitch and volume of that music, so that the children can learn the music when it can be when it can be the high volume will come, and when it will can be the lower pitch volume can come. And also guess the sound game. You can play recorded sounds of animals and let the children find out which animal voice is this. And also you can play the vehicle sound. The train sound is different from the uh, bus vehicle. Auto different from the heavy vehicles or bicycle. So you can play the different sounds of one genre and let them identify which vehicle is that. And sound walk. As like nature walk, there is a sound walk. So go for a walk outside or in a quiet area and ask students to listen carefully to the sounds around them. So have them share what they heard and how it made them feel. So music instruments and exploration. Introduce different instruments, allow children to experiment with making sounds. You hire any drums or any veena or piano. Let them, the musician also come and perform during the assembly of that week. And let the children touch and explore the musical instruments. Okay. This is all about hearing. And Wednesday, it's a smell. The smell is very important thing. In the out of the five senses, we can't find the humans without that sense. It's very rare and it's very difficult to identify those persons with those sense. So explore how the noise identifies different smells. So introduction to smell. Discuss the sense of smell and how it works. Show various scented items. Example, citrus, flowers, and we have some spices in our kitchen. So let children guess the smell. Then smell test station. You can create the five senses station at your classroom or in your school. I have already told you, you have to create one play aid activity room at your school. If it is not possible, at least you can create a little play room in your own classroom with the things whatever you have in your hand. In that, the station is very important, the five senses station. So whatever the things and the activities you are doing for this five senses exploration, you can keep it in a separate tray or put it as a smell test. In the station, you can put it under the smell scents. Okay, you can set up jars with various scents. Example, coffee, lavender, and lemon. So have children guess each scent. Then steam activity. Make smelly potions by mixturing natural materials like flowers, herbs, and spices in water. So let them find out the mixing of that smell objects with the water. How can it chemically evolve and they merge together, and how the water becomes very fragrant. Then art integration, create a smell wheel with pictures of items that match a specific sense. You can put one lemon image here, and there is a citrus fragrance over here. So the children has to match both things. Then scented mystery bag. So prepare bag with a different scented item. The children has to identify scent by smell alone. Okay. Then memory and smell. Discuss how certain smell can trigger memories. So ask children to share a smell that reminds them of something special. Whenever the children at the smell of any milk or any food which they love, they immediately had the memory of their mother. Even though our adult, if we smell something special, immediately we can recall our olden things. That is with the holidays with the grandmother house or any favorite tourist place along with the favorite person, so that at the time we had tasted that coffee, immediately if we smell the same aroma anywhere, that incident come to our mind, right? So you can also teach the children how the memory is binded with the smell. Discussion. So talk about how smell helps us in daily life. Example, identifying food or danger. Objective, discover the sense of smell and its connection to memory and taste. Okay. Then Thursday. This is for touch. That is basically skin. The skin is used to feel the sense of touch. So the objective of this lesson is to understand the textures and the role of skin in touch sensation. So explore how we use our sense of touch and the different textures around us. So you can introduce with the discussion with the sense of touch and its importance in understanding the world. Talk about different textures, smooth, rough, soft and hard. Already we are in the STEM activity, we had created the sensory board, right? So you can collect the different kinds of materials and paste it in one chart, and you can paste it in the sensorial board so that the children can touch and feel, right? So the texture hunt, that is a feely box. Use a feely box. The feely box is how you feel. If it is a smooth, you can write smooth. So this feely box with the objects of different textures. So with that textures, you can feel smooth, rough and soft. So children describe what they feel without looking. So you can create one feely box and you can put a soft ball and one sandpaper and one rough rope, anything. So the child can only enter the hands in the hole of that box, but he could not able to see the objects inside the box. So they have to touch and explain it to you what the texture of the object if he is touching right now. Okay, so the children can explain to you the texture of the object by only simply touch them, not by see them. Then STEM activity. You can create a texture board by gluing materials like sandpaper, cotton and aluminum foil onto a cardboard so that the children on every day they can touch. If you have taken them to assembly, they can touch and come back, right? And sensory art. Use finger paints to explore textures while creating art. Instead of brush, you can ask the children to use their 5 fingers or only thumbprint to create a painting art. And experiment. Test temperature sensitivity by dipping fingers into not very cold, not very hot, at most hot or any not cold, like freeze. We just keep one warm water and cold water. Let the children touch and explore. This water is hot, this water is cold. By simply dip the finger. So the sense of touch and they can feel whether the water is hot or cold. Then texture exploration station. You can set up a station like other sensors with various textures of the materials. You can find the different kinds of materials from the tailor shop. Okay, always there is a bit of clothes in all the garments he made. So collect some of them with the different textures and paste it. So have students describe and compare them. Then feeling game. Blindfold students and have them guess different object by touch alone. So, and also nature walk, go outside and find textured surface like tree bark, that is rough, leaves, soft, and make rubbings with crayons and they can discuss their observations. So, this is all about the touch sense. Then Friday, that's a taste, very interesting one, right? That's why they kept it at last. So the objective of the taste sense is discover how taste buds work and identify different taste. So you can give the introduction of taste to discuss the sense of taste and the different flavors we can experience. So some activities will help you to make it successful. That first one is taste test station. So like a hearing station, seeing station, and touch everything. You can also taste test station. So provide some samples of sweet and just giving an example, honey, lemon, pretzels and dark chocolate and cheese. For example of sweet, sour, salty, bitter and umami. So discuss each taste. So that is test station taste. Then STEAM activity. Create a taste map of the tongue using flavored solutions on cotton swab. Okay, ask them to just map it of the tongue using flavored solutions. So flavor wheel activity, like the seeing and sight activity, you can create a flavor wheel that have children place foods in the correct sections according to taste. If bitter means that vegetable goes under the bitter taste. And you can also have the cookery without fire cookering activity on that day, so that the children can cook without fire. That is also healthy snack creation. So ask the children to bring some various fruits, yogurt, granola and some toppings. So students create their own healthy snack discussing the flavor and textures they combine. So talk about how taste works with the smell to enhance flavor, right? So for the 5 days, we have covered all the 5 senses. Now we are in the assessment and reflection section. How can you do the assessment? At the end of the week, you can have a group discussion where children can share their favorite activity and what they learned about each sense. You can also create a simple questionnaire for them to fill out, reflecting on their experiences throughout the week. So participation in activities, worksheet summarizing observation of each sense, group discussion on what was learned. This lesson plan incorporates hands-on activity, exploration, and creativity, providing a comprehensive understanding of the 5 senses through engaging STEM-infused experiences. So resources need. What are the resources we need? For the entire senses, we need the feely boxes, jars for smells, cups and strings for telephones, prism, color paddles, craft supplies, some food items for taste sets, and materials for STEAM activities that were cardboard, wax, paper, and natural items. These are the items we need for the successful conduction of this 5 senses week. So these are some additional resources. You can click it and browse it. In one website, you can see the sensory activity ideas, what and all you can implement with the things with what you have in your hand. And the education, that is for worksheets. Different worksheet they suggested for you to take it out for 5 senses. And the another website is for ideas on hands-on activities for 5 senses. And stay at home educator is free lesson plan with some printable mini books. Okay, these are all free. You can use it. You can browse it because I could not able to open it during the session right now. Okay. These are some of the pictures I want to share with you. This is the 5 senses nature scavenger hunt. So you can give this worksheet to the children and ask them to do it. Find something white. So they have to find something white. Find something patterned. Something which is having any pattern, not a plain. Find something tiny. Remember, tiny, the numeracy is involving. Find something heart-shaped. The critical and cognitive development is involving. Find something long. So find 5 of the same thing. So the one thing which compromises all the 5 things. So these are some of the practical things you can give it to children. Let the result come. So they will search and come to you with those criteria. Next, for sound. Find something that snaps. Find an animal sound. Find a soft sound. Find something that crunches. Find something loud. Find something to make music with. So it may be you can give it as a homework. They will come by, fill all those details to you, or they will tell to you. Touch. Find something bumpy. Find something wet. Find something warm. Find something soft. Find something prickly. And find something smooth. Any two they can fulfill, or one. Smell. Find a flower with the scent. Find a smell you like. Then taste. Find something humans could eat. Find something an animal would also eat. And this is a chart or worksheet. You can give it to children. So they can tell, I use my eyes to see. I use my ears to hear. So I use my tongue to taste. I use my nose to smell and I use my hands to touch. So you can incorporate the parts of the body with the five senses. So you can give one potato and let them do the draw art and craft with the ears, hands, nose, mouth and eyes. In the right side, there is a wheel so that the children can rotate the pointer and they can tell what they see, what they hear, what they taste. So you can also take one egg carton box which is available in shops and also you can have at home. So you can paste these five sensors on each carton and put all the things in one box. So the child has to differentiate it and put it on the box whichever is belong to it. Okay. So this is the station. This is example I am just showing you. You can create it or you can create anything whichever is comfortable for you. I prepared like this: sight, smell, sound, taste and touch station. Okay. In popcorn senses, we used our five senses and made air popcorn. How? We looked at the kernels and heard the popper blow hot air on them. Then we heard them start to pop. We could smell the delicious aroma. Then we used our sense of touch to fill up a bag of popcorn. We can taste it when we get home. Fun. Now there is popcorn in 2 minutes. It's available in all shops. So they can ask their mama to do that and they can explore all these five senses in making popcorn. And this is some label, some experiment. So the labels full of salt and sugar jar. So they have to touch and explore what they feel. So you can write all the five senses in the left side: sight, smell, hearing, touch. And one jar it is salt, second jar is sweet. So they have to write what they see. They see a white tiny little piece of both salt and both sugar. Smell. There is no smell at salt, but there is smell like cookie in sugar. Hearing doesn't make any sound unless you shake it. Okay, same for sugar also. Touch feels like sand and sugar feels like sand, but it leaves some stick on your hands when you leave that sand, right? Taste, it's salty and this is sweet. And what did we learn from them? The side, both are look same. Both salt and sugar look same. Smell, we think jar 2 is sugar. So based on smell, they concluded with jar 2 is sugar. Hearing, we still think which jar is sugar. They could not find out. Touch, we still think jar 2 is sugar. Taste, finally we know jar 2 is sugar and jar 1 is salt. Okay, this is touch and taste experiment. The children can collect from nature as like the twig, used this twig. Like they saw this is kind of the specs he is wearing. And with the magnifying glass, the child is exploring the flower texture. So you can give a worksheet like left side. What did they hear? If the dog barks, they have to tick dog. If the car blows a horn, they have to tick car, right? The right side. They send some sounds to brain, which helps us to make decision. Ask them to close the eyes and listen. You can just open the door and ask that what is the hearing. They said the door is opening. So the someone is coming in. Dripping water, the tap water is open. Alarm clock, time for school. Train, the train is coming. Phone ringing, someone is calling. Baby crying, the baby is hungry. Siren, that is an ambulance horn. So someone is in trouble. So you can connect the sounds with the real life instance. Okay, so if they hear that sound, they can recall, okay, this is happening right now. Okay, yes. Then taste. I taste with my tongue. This is all three are apple. One is red apple, green apple, and then one is also an apple. So let them taste and also come into conclusion. All the apples are not taste unique, not taste same. All are having different taste. These are all box full of candy with different flavors. Watermelon flavor, grape flavor, apple flavor, grapefruit flavor. So let them eat a candy and have to write it what's that flavor. So you can ask the children which flavor smells best. So the entire class can come and smell the flower and write their name on that rose or an daisy. And the next one is you just blow some food colors or any food fragrance is available. No, vanilla, grapefruit, lavender, cucumber. So you keep everything in the bottle and name it as the fragrance. Let them explore first. Then you can do the assessment with the same thing without any name. This is sensory walk. I have also asked you to prepare a sensory walk in your kindergarten campus. That is very essential for the children to walk over that sensory and feel it. Okay? Yeah. This is for entirely sensory walk for the touch, the skin. Okay. And I would like to tell you one thing. There is lot of things I would like to share with you, but I could not able to open all the links. So I can give the links to sir so that you can open it and explore whatever you can do in your classroom. Okay. In that, I also put some links. Once again, I'll open it and I'll share that thing. Naina. Yeah, what is it? Okay. So how eyes work? There are some videos I will share with sir. Okay. I'll share all the links to Janaka sir so that you can see everything. Janaka sir?
Yes, ma'am. I'll share the links with the teachers in the.
Yes. I'll share you one Word document with all the links so that they can open it at their free time and they can explore how to do all these activities practically.
Okay, ma'am. I'll do as we
Yes.
did in the last week.
I'll share the Word document to you. You can post it to your teachers through the group. Okay, sir?
Okay, ma'am. I'll do it.
Yes, sir. I hope the session is good. And if there is any doubts or any suggestions or anything you feel difficult to do it as an activity, you can ping me through Janaka sir. So I will explain it to you in my leisure time. Okay? Okay, Janaka sir. Thank you for this opportunity to explore this 5 senses. So I have also learned a lot apart from the everyday activity. So this is quite interesting and it's very different. Based on in all the lesson plan, in all the week plans, you also implement some little bit kindness in your lesson plan. So our children doesn't know what is meant by kindness. Even we can teach thanks, sorry, help them. But you can appreciate when they have done any kind activity in front of you so that they can learn, okay, this is kindness because we got praised by our teacher. So praise the kindness activity of your student even if it is small. So, along with your all the academic lessons, also impart some humanity values to your children based on this lesson plans. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Janaka sir, for giving me this opportunity for this session.
Thank you very much, ma'am. On behalf of the entire teachers in Sri Lanka, all the teachers in Sri Lanka, we want to thanks, and especially on behalf of the provincial Minister of Education, provincial councils, and all the on behalf of all the directors, we want to thank for your contribution, for your dedicated service for the Sri Lanka to share in your best practices, knowledge, and all the things. And I think we do this lecture series with Natia ma'am to give some idea about our themes, activities. And not only that, actually she is a master trainer. She is an expert in the ECCD. I think if the teachers like to get more knowledge from her, I think she will provide that also because she is an international trainer, and all the teachers can get more opportunities from her also to brush up your knowledge. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you.